Welcome to the ribbon cutting ceremony for the Felicia Wilson Dining Hall here on the campus of Alabama A&M University. This building has been open from the mid-1990s, and we've had this dining space through the entire period through now, but never before had we ever had such a comprehensive and perfectly performed renovation project. So we're so excited that you've joined us here. In front of you should be our program. We want to thank our saxophonist who gave us that beautiful music to start us off, and he's a product of Alabama A&M University, right in the back. Our welcome and acknowledgments will be provided by our president, Dr. Andrew Huginny Jr., our occasion by Dr. Gary Crosby, who's the VP for Student Affairs, our invocation by Pastor James Mooney, who is the pastor of Miss Wilson's home church. And then we'll have a musical selection by Mr. Courtney Moore. Mr. President.
Good afternoon. This is another great day on the Hill. As president of Alabama A&M University, it is my privilege to welcome you to the ribbon cutting of the newly renovated dining facilities. This dining facility serves as a hub of our students' socialization and their physical well-being by providing healthy and nutritious meals. The renovations represent the culmination of months of work and planning on the part of Mrs. Wilson and her staff, Mr. Brian Shipp and facilities management, business affairs, and student affairs, and with much input along the way from the very best students that exist anywhere in this nation, the students of Alabama Agricultural Mechanical University, relative to the design and the overall ambiance which they desired. As always, we thank our Board of Trustees for their support in providing services, programs, and facilities which contribute to the intellectual and social development of our students. Today, we are not only reopening the newly renovated dining space, but we're also officially naming it the Felicia Wilson Dining Hall. D. Hooks says, and I quote, that an organization, no matter how well designed, is only as good as the people who work and live in it. Operational procedures and policies are great, but at the end of the day, it is the individual that makes the difference. Individuals such as Felicia Wilson, who do not view what they do as a job, but they view it as a calling to make a positive impact on the lives of the students with whom she comes in contact, a calling to provide services par excellence. Mrs. Wilson is the director extraordinaire. I recall at one of several events that we had on campus where there were visitors from other universities. One of the visitors remarked about the wonderful service and the excellent class in which the meal was served. And the person asked me, "Who is your dining service provider?" I remarked, "It was Aramont." They replied, "Well, we have Aramont as well, but it's nothing like this." And I said to the person, "It's nothing like this because you do not have a Felicia Wilson." Thank you so very much, Ms. Wilson, for your more than 50 years of dedicated service to Alabama Agricultural Mechanical University. You are most deserving of this recognition. And as president, I am honored, upon the recommendation of the naming committee that's chaired by Dr. Jeanette Jones, and with the approval of our Board of Trustees, to accord you this tribute today. Congratulations. Sharing today on this momentous occasion are a number of persons that I would like to recognize at this time and ask that they would stand. Dr. Jerome Williams, the President Pro Tem of our Board of Trustees, you'll hear from him later. Other board members present, Dr. Wayne Watts and his lovely wife, Mrs. Watts, Trustee Chris Robinson, Trustee Dr. Jeanette Jones, and Trustee Mr. Jaffe Jelks. You'll hear from Mr. Jelks later. First Lady Abigail Hugheni, the members of our cabinet, all the members of our cabinet who are present, other administrators, our faculty, our staff, community supporters. We are pleased that Dr. Kevin Roll, the Chief of Staff at Alabama State University, who was the former Executive Vice President here at Alabama A&M University. Thank you for joining us today, Dr. Roll. Any members of St. Bartley Primitive Baptist Church that are present, would you please stand, and the members of St. Bartley. Friends of Mrs. Wilson. The other guests and special participants are listed on your program. As each of you make your remarks, please recognize the persons in your group. For example, Mrs. Moore, the president of the National Alumni Association, will recognize all of the alumni. Again, welcome to the ribbon cutting, and thank you for your continued support of Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Dr. Hugheni. To our students, faculty, staff, and distinguished guests, thank you for joining us this afternoon. I think you'll all agree that more is better when it comes to these ceremonies, as Alabama A&M University continues to develop a first-in-class campus experience to prepare students and support their development outside of the classroom. Today, we gather to formally reopen the newly renovated West Campus Dining Hall, which is now named in honor of Mrs. Felicia Wilson, Director of Food Services here at Alabama A&M University for over 50 years, community leader and supporter, mentor, friend, and Alabama A&M University graduate. In the Felicia Wilson Dining Hall, Alabama A&M University has a facility that sets the standard amongst Alabama's institutions of higher learning in terms of its student-centered design, representing our commitment to building a campus that supports all the needs of a diverse campus population and the community as well. So for our community members, I encourage you to dine in the newly renovated Felicia Wilson Dining Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the occasion. Thank you for joining us.
Would you join me in prayer? O God, our strength and our sustainer, how we thank you for the gift of a new day, for the ways in which you have kept us, provided for us, and empowered us during such an unpredictable time. We say thank you. This afternoon, we express our gratitude to you for this Felicia Wilson Dining Hall. For we are well aware that it is at the table that strangers will become friends, disagreements will be clarified, and lifelong relationships will begin. So now we ask your blessing over this place, your protection, your provision, but most of all, your peace. For a student that has just received bad news from home, may they find peace here. For a faculty member that has had a difficult morning, may they find peace here. Your peace be upon this place. And now finally, we thank you for the dining hall's namesake, Mrs. Felicia Wilson, for her kindness, her commitment, for her leadership, and most of all, her demonstrating through her 5 decades of service that service is indeed sovereignty. For her treating this as not just a career, but as a calling, Bless her now, bless her family, bless her in her future endeavors, and may the journey ahead be as beautiful and meaningful as she has been to this institution. These blessings we ask in the name of my personal Savior, Jesus. Amen.
How can I say thanks for the things you have done for me? Things so undeserved, yet you gave your love for me. The voices of a million angels could not express my gratitude. All that I am and ever hope to be, I owe it all to thee. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory for the things He has done with His blood. He has saved me with His power. He has raised me. To God be the glory for the things He has done. Just let me live my life. Let it be pleasing, Lord, to Thee. And if I gain any praise, let it go to Calvary. With His blood He has saved me, and with His power He has raised me. To God be the glory for the things, for the things, for the things He has done.
It's always hard coming up after someone like Courtney that sings that good. I mean, you guys have higher expectations of me, and I want to assure you there's no comparison. He's on a different level. Now, I heard an earlier comment about Miss Wilson being director for 50 years. I want to clarify, because I can see some of you guys doing the math right now. The reason she looks this young is because after she got her out the diapers, started to walk, she enrolled at Alabama A&M University, and she worked her way through. So just to clarify. So at this point, we're going to have a series of remarks, starting with our esteemed board chair. And there's one clarification on your program. Dr. Terrence Vickerstaff, he's going to give the remarks on behalf of the Alumni Association, our board chair, Dr. Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Gibson. What a marvelous rendition by Mr. Moore. Let's give him another hand, please. Outstanding, outstanding. This is another exciting time for Alabama A&M University in this time of change, in this period of change as we progress onward and upward. When I received an invitation to participate, I had flashbacks and thoughts when I was on this campus back in 1962-63. And at that time, we got a new dining hall. And I remember Dr. Morrison speaking before us at that time to that facility that has now been demolished, but he spoke to us at that time about how he had to go to Montgomery and beg and plead to get funds for a facility that was inadequate at the time it was opened. That's one of the many frustrations that I had early on in my life with the inequities that we face as a people. That probably spurred me as much as many things to go on to do what I could to make a difference for our people. And one of the things that I must share with you that don't let the students know, but I was part of a group of students that fought for change at Tuskegee when I was there. And one of those things that we did, again, don't let the students know, but we locked up the trustees and demanded changes on that campus. And fortunately, we don't have to do that today. Fortunately, we have made strides that are significant. And I emailed the president and some other members earlier that I applied for a job here at A&M when I was early out in my career as a practicing veterinarian, and I did not receive a favorable response. And had I had this kind of facility and the kind of manager that we have in Ms. Wilson, I might still be a student here. Because this is a far cry from what I experienced when I was here. But congratulations, Ms. Wilson, and thanks to Ms. Jones for recommending this name and opportunity for the Board of Trustees. We're delighted that we have this wonderful, wonderful person that has led this dining facility all these years in a wonderful way, and I'm so excited and happy to be a part of this team. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, my Bulldog family. It is with great pleasure I stand here today and give remarks on behalf of the student body. We are overjoyed for the reopening of the newly renovated Felicia Wilson Dining Hall. We are forever grateful to Ms. Wilson and her team for everything they've done for us, making our dining experiences what they've been thus far. We are excited for the new look, the food options, and even the new celebrity chef manager and alumnus, Mr. Cameron Dangerfield, and his contributions. It is an honor to watch the growth of our campus dining halls and their options expand. The student body and myself are beyond excited to be able to have our favorite dining hall back open and safely reconvene and enjoy the new cafeteria and all it has to offer. Thank you again, Ms. Wilson, and for all your hard work, and thank you for everyone who had a part in making sure the students got the very best. Thank you.
Good afternoon, and my name is Terrence Vickerstaff, and I serve as the Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University National Alumni Association Vice President. I stand in the stead of Mrs. Mary Jones Moore in her absence, and I have the esteemed honor of asking all of the sons and daughters of Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University to please stand at this time. Oh, don't be shy. You're at home. Thank you. I have the esteemed honor of representing these sons and these daughters of council, the sons and daughters of this hill, the sons and daughters that have matriculated in this space And I come representing all of the alumni across 7 regions, across these contiguous United States and around the world, recognizing the completion of these renovations of this dining hall, the recognition of the progress that's being made here at the university and continues to be made at the university, but most of all, here to honor a person that when I walked in, I saw a smile. When I walked in, the space embodied her love, her dedication, and even down to her asking me, "Did you get your vegetables?" And so on today, we are honored as alumni to stand in a space that is so befitting to a person, an honoring of a person that we love and we esteem, because it is in this space that not only food service happens, but you give each student what they needed: love, dedication, encouragement, and not only you, Mrs. Wilson, but your staff. And so on behalf of all of the alumni across this nation and the world, we are elated that when we walk in, we get to walk into the Felicia M. Wilson Dining Hall, and students for generations to come will do the same. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Upon arrival at Alabama A&M University, we knew that there were challenges that had to be overcome. But we also knew that God does not send you somewhere where He has not provided the provisions. As we assessed the university, there were many areas where changes and improvements needed to be made. But there was one area, among others, that did not require any changes, and that was the dining service area, headed by Felicia Wilson. I cannot remember the exact day that we met Ms. Wilson, but I can remember 3 things that I remembered that day. 1, her smile. 2, her sincere words that were very supportive, and her gorgeous hair. She told us that she was there to serve in any way that she could, and she has done that with excellence. The president and I have never had to worry about the dining service area. It has been consistently run like a well-oiled machine from day one. Let me give you some examples. At the inaugural First Lady's luncheon, my family members came. My cousin Linda, who is a culinary arts major from Hampton University, still raves about the salmon Chef Tim prepared that day. She said that was the best salmon she's ever had. My nephew Christopher still raves about the quail that was served at the president's investiture. And recently, my sister-in-law Shirley raved about the lobster and steak served at the evening of the president's 10th anniversary. When she left on Sunday, she wanted to know if there was any left to take, and I said no. Mrs. Wilson and her staff go out of the way to make the students here feel at home. They are never hungry for food. And also, the meals are prepared in a loving manner. But they are also responsive to their requests. When a student who was a vegan inquired about the lack of options, I referred the student to Ms. Wilson. She responded not only by adding more vegan options, but creating a whole vegan bar, which incidentally is frequently more by the non-vegan students than the vegan students. Mrs. Wilson has always been a supporter of the Bulldog Pride Committee. Each year there is a lavish spread of our signature fundraising event, Dancing with the President and the First Lady. Also, she helped to raise, in the last 5 years, $125,000 for the First Lady Scholarship, bringing that endowed scholarship now to $250,000 that will aid deserving students at Alabama A&M University. Last, but definitely not least, Felicia has become a dear and loyal friend. We exchange conversations about our children and grandchildren all of the time. And I know that I'm a friend when I can walk into her office and go to the jelly bean jar and not have permission to do so. I can truly say that, Ms. Wilson, you have been a constant ingredient in the operation of the dining services here at Alabama A&M University. And for that, we would like to recognize you. First, on behalf of the Bulldog Pride Committee, we would like to present you with a $250 paper on the Normal Light Walkway. Where is that? Bulldog Pride members, if you are here, will you please stand? All Bulldog Pride members, wherever you are, please stand. Oh, I am so where's, oh, here it is. Ms. Wilson, will you please come up here? Any members of the Bulldog Pride Committee who would like to share in this, presenting this to Ms. Wilson, please. Come up, anyone? Okay, all right. Okay, you're so welcome. I don't want to give you anything. And then on behalf of the First Lady's Scholarship Committee, we would like to present you with 50 roses. I know it's 53, so the president owes you 3 more roses from somewhere. Okay, come on. Okay, First Lady Scholarship members, will you please come up? Okay. All right. You can be on the committee, you always fun. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Congratulations for all that you've done.
Good afternoon. I'm Michelle Gilliam Jordan, a proud alumna of Alabama A&M University and a proud member of the Greater Huntsville chapter of the Links Incorporated, with today's honoree, Felicia Wilson. Will the members of the Greater Huntsville chapter of the Links please stand? Thank you. Always a professional, always prepared, never frazzled, always a warm smile, and the best hair in Alabama. Felicia has been an invaluable member of the Links Incorporated for 15 years, a true advocate for our beloved Alabama A&M University for sure. The 37 members of our chapter stand in awe of her and are grateful to be a part of today's celebration. Whether planning an elegant affair with edible flowers, a Christmas brunch with all of the trimmings, a multicultural extravaganza with foods from all over the world, or a delicious meal for a homesick freshman, Felicia has made the art of sharing a meal with loved ones and friends on this campus truly memorable. On top of feeding hungry students and adults over the years, Felicia has created countless opportunities for many of them to learn the ins and outs of the hospitality industry from one of the absolute best in the hospitality industry. Felicia is the quiet, laser-focused force behind every beautifully executed, delicious event on this campus, and she is most deserving of this recognition today. The Greater Huntsville chapter of the Links Incorporated applauds university leadership for making the decision to honor Felicia Wilson in such a meaningful way. And we look forward to generations of students feeling at home, away from home, in this dining hall that will reflect everything Felicia embodies, everything she's embodied throughout her stellar career. Felicia, congratulations and job well done.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am very honored to be able to have this opportunity to stand here with another historic figure in the membership of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. On yesterday, we made history. Yes, history in this United States of America, in having the first African-American woman to hold the second highest office in the land. Yes, Vice President of this United States of America. You know, our 16 founders are just shining down and they are smiling with so much array. Because guess what? We are living up to that motto of service to all mankind. Today, I'm elated to be here to honor another member of Alpha Kappa Alpha, so deserving of this honor. I remember, I'm an alumni of Alabama A&M, and I remember when I came over to this campus area and I asked Felicia for assistance. Instantly, I was welcomed with a warm heart, a beautiful smile, and yes, that beautiful hair. She said, Cheryl, consider it done. Whatever is needed, it will be taken care of. She has taken care of our organization with many, many, many beautiful occasions on this campus. And not just on the campus of Alabama A&M University. She has served us in the community and beyond. Whenever we call upon her, she is ready, prepared, and ready to give service with excellence. Felicia, the 400 and some members of Epsilon Gamma Omega, and those that are present here today, will you please stand with me at this time to recognize our sister and congratulate her for this honor of the cafeteria being named in her honor. Please come forth with me to salute our sister, Felicia Wilson.
Good afternoon. My name is Jack Donovan. I'm the president and CEO of Aramark Higher Education, and I wanted to be here today. I've been very excited about being here today to share a little bit of light on how Felicia's other family feels about her Aramark family. First, I would be remiss if I didn't say, Dr. Guinea, trustees, all the members of the community, we thank you so much for allowing us to be part of your community, for trusting us with the many little things every day that touch so many members of this community. We understand that that's a sacred trust. We take it very seriously, so thank you very much. I am personally deeply honored to be here with family, community, and the university to celebrate my distinguished colleague, Felicia Wilson. I wanted to start by sharing just a minute or two about our values and why we do what we do. We serve this university by adding the element of hospitality to your customer's experience, whether that's students, faculty, staff, or the community at large. We create moments that are personal, memorable, and ever-changing. The very root word of nutrition, the root word is nurture, and it means to sustain and promote growth. That's what we strive to do, sustain and support the growth of those we serve. The experience that we provide is deeply personal. It includes the words we speak, the environment we create, the smile we give, the feast we present to the eyes, the aromas that heighten the senses, the sensations experienced by the taste buds, and the satisfaction of a meal well served. It's these elements of hospitality that are the catalysts that create connection, that complete an experience, that make it compelling. And if that sounds important, well, for me, it truly is. As long as there have been communities, nutrition being nurtured together has been a fundamental element of our connection to each other. Hospitality is the thread that runs through every society, every community, every family. It binds individuals through personal experiences that are shared. So no matter how big we are, our foundation is each individual hospitality transaction. At our core, we are hospitality people. For me, that's the best thing you can be. Our honoree, Felicia, has enhanced the lives of so many people, and by doing so has helped nurture this university, her community, and her family, and touched people around the world through the example she provides for us all. And to say around the world is no exaggeration. You see, among her many accolades, Ms. Wilson has been inducted into Aramark's Global Ring of Stars in a ceremony in Phoenix, Arizona. Absolutely. There she was recognized for her leadership, her years of service and dedication to Alabama A&M University. It is our way of recognizing her contribution in front of her colleagues that literally work across the planet in hospitality. We say of Aramark people, we have the need to succeed and the desire to serve. Mrs. Wilson's spirit of service and dedication to this university and its students is in her very DNA. She just wouldn't have it any other way. I want to share a favorite quote of mine. Within moments of being born, most babies find themselves receiving the first 4 gifts of life: eye contact, a smile, a hug, and some food. That first time may be the purest hospitality transaction we'll ever have, and it's not much of a surprise that we crave those gifts for the rest of our lives. I know that I do. I think that all of us in our hearts understand that the gifts of hospitality is critical to bolstering the individuals we serve and healing the communities that we are part of. This new facility, as you've spoken about earlier, was created to help Alabama A&M University students succeed by enriching their on-campus experience. Provides a comfortable, exciting venue to connect, to share ideas and experiences, and to grow as individuals and as groups. And most importantly, to help create connections that will last a lifetime. That's why this naming and dedication is so appropriate and so special to all of us at Aramark. Ms. Wilson's been creating a second home for thousands upon thousands of Alabama A&M University students for years. And I can't think of a finer example of the power of hospitality than the one she presents here at Alabama A&M University. Please accept my congratulations. Know you have my heartfelt admiration and respect. I have a small thing here that all your Aramark colleagues want to have, and I'm going to try to do this without dropping anything or breaking this. So if you could join me for just a second. We wanted you to have some memento of the special day for you. So this crystal, accept this on behalf of all of your Aramark colleagues. We love you, we value you, we appreciate you so much. Thank you. I'll just leave this right here for you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sharon Murray. I'm the food service director here at Alabama A&M. I guess you can say I'm the rookie of the upper management team, but not within Airmark. I've been with Airmark 15 years, and by far, Ms. Wilson, you are the best leader I have had. I am excited and honored to share this milestone with you. I'm excited for our students. I'm excited for our dining program. The dining hall is well put together, just as the lady whose name is on it. Thank you. I appreciate you, and congratulations. Good afternoon. Wow, what an honor. Felicia Wilson Dining Hall. This is a privilege and a delight for me to be here to see this with you today. After 50 years plus, I know you can write a bestseller. It probably start with The Young and the Restless. Probably take us to another world. But it ended up with The Bold and the Beautiful. The Felicia Wilson Dining Hall. You're my mentor. You give me strength, confidence, and I strive every day to be like you. Well deserved on the Felicia Wilson Dining Hall.
Presidents Hughini, Donovan, A&M staff, Board of Trustees, friends, family, and all the ones who are the beneficiaries of Felicia's largesse. You know, to have your name emblazoned on this facility does the Wilson family good. And I would be remiss not to mention that there's some other families, some of whom unfortunately cannot be here today, such as the Maston family, the Chenault family, and the Phillips family. We miss them. Her name on this building or edifice or facility, Felicia, is a testimony of the love this organization has for you and for all the hard work that you've put in over the years. And speaking of years, you know, only your siblings and your children have known you longer in this organization in Airmark. That says something to me. You know, you've done all of these things. You've done all of these things while being a mother, a wife, and my best friend. I love you for that. Thank you very much. Finally, you know, for the university to place your name on this facility is perhaps the ultimate unforgettable act of reciprocity when it comes to love and respect. And we love and respect you as well. Now, you know, you've received a lot of accolades today from everyone. And of course, your family echoes that. You may be their hero, you may be their champion. Some have even called you a superwoman, you know? But to us, you are, always have been, and will continue to be our Mona Lisa. Thank you, baby.
So just before our response from the honoree, I've known Ms. Wilson for over 8 years now, and you've heard everything that everyone said, and it's for a reason. You know, someone was asking me, you know, I keep hearing all this stuff about Miss Wilson. You know, I was telling them, you got to get to know her to understand why people keep talking about her like that consistently. You know, every time you call her, myself, Dr. Crosby in particular, on the student side, you know, the answer is no problem, no problem. Before I call, I already know what the answer is going to be. On one occasion, I was tempted to say, on the menu tonight, we need some fresh Bayou rattlesnake, just to see what she said. You know, that's an extreme, but the point is, you know, she always has that same response of no problem, I'll find a way to make it happen. You know, that customer service, that's one thing that I applaud the dining team and the leadership folks that have put her in place. I applaud them for that, for getting that right. You nailed it. So at this point, we're going to have our response from our honoree, Miss Felicia Wilson.
See if I can get through this. After so many accolades, I thank you all. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to thank each of you for being here today to share this momentous occasion with me, because for me, it is truly monumental. It is an occasion I shall never forget. To Dr. Jerome Williams, President Pro Tem, Alabama A&M University Board of Trustees, members of the Alabama A&M University Board of Trustees, Dr. Andrew Guiney Jr., President, Alabama A&M University, members of the Alabama A&M University Executive Committee, First Lady, Mrs. Abigail Guiney. Ladies and gentlemen, I am truly honored and humbled to have received this recognition. This may sound a bit cliche, but I assure you there is absolutely nothing trite or common about the emotion, the pride, and appreciation inherent in my feelings at this moment. In fact, I just do not possess the words that I feel are adequate enough to convey my feelings. During the last few months, I have walked these halls and looked at the signs announcing the coming soon event. I've walked throughout the dining hall many times and marveled at the transformation, especially my name, literally in lights, you know. I have proudly and humbly accepted the many, many congratulatory words. But today, until today, I had not truly felt the full impact of this honor, and I sincerely cannot begin to express the height or the depth of my gratitude. I walked into the Prentice Hall cafeteria in August of 1968 and started my career here at what was Alabama A&M College with Aramark Services, then known as Slater Corporation. Some of us may remember that. Of course, about a year after my employment, the institution became Alabama A&M University. As I discovered more about the history of the university, I found myself in awe of the fact that the cafeteria was named for Mr. Robert Prentice, a cook who was so dedicated and respected that when the dining services were moved from the old Drake Dining Hall to a newly constructed facility in 1963, the new building became Prentice Hall. Although at that time, Mr. Prentice was no longer living, I heard many stories of how dedicated he was to the students as well as the staff, often providing financial assistance to both, providing jobs for those students in need, enabling many of them to continue their education and counseling them to encourage them to study and stay in school. The story is told that he often slept in the cafeteria overnight to ensure that the student meals were ready on time the next day. This legacy of dedication and noble service was embedded in my mind. I found complete enjoyment and contentment working for Aramark as our staff labored to provide the epitome of excellent food service and promote progress at Alabama A&M University. For years, I worked with Mr. Lyris Jones, who was the food service director at that time, and upon his retirement, I was blessed to be promoted to that position. Jones, as we called him, and whom many of us here today probably remember, actually worked under Mr. Prentice as a student worker, and as a result, I was able to witness firsthand how he continued Mr. Prentice's legacy of providing an environment of exemplary service to others. How appropriate both Mr. Prentice and Mr. Jones lived the embodiment of the motto of Alabama A&M University, service is sovereignty. Honored to have been blessed to serve in a position once held by these two giants in the field, I was challenged to serve with dignity, purpose, and professionalism. As a representative of an industry founded on the premise of enriching lives through service excellence, and as a proud alumni of this institution, my alma mater, that epitomizes the promotion of educational and service excellence, both of which have been the driving forces propelling me to do my part in fostering and promoting their standards, along with compassion, loyalty, and a genuine love for what God has blessed me to be a part of. For this, I am truly grateful. While I often wondered how Mr. Prentice must have felt to have been recognized in such a distinguished manner, I never imagined one day I would live to experience it for myself. And that being said, I can honestly say it is truly an indescribable feeling of appreciation for not only the honor itself, but for the acknowledgement of my many years of service and contributions. I am overwhelmingly thankful for the members of the building naming committee and the endorsement by so many that made this recognition possible. To my fantastic staff, thank you for all you do and for what you have allowed us to accomplish. You are among the engravers responsible for the name this facility now bears. To my many steadfast friends and supporters, too numerous to count, thank you for your years of friendship, confidence, and patronage. To Aramark, thank you for your unwavering support in providing me the resources and flexibility to build upon, maintain, and strengthen a true partnership spanning over the last 53 years. And to my awesome family, thanks to you for your patience, your love and support, and special thanks to my wonderful husband, Rob, for understanding the late nights, the missed meals, and many counseling sessions. I love you all. Thank you.
From Aramark, Ms. Wilson's grandkids and others. So we'll have our media, we'll give them a moment to get set up real quick.
three.
I'm going to take 3 real quick, and then we'll do a countdown.